welcome to the first week of TBRathon. I thought I would vlog this because I just can't seem to find the time to film a lot of the time, and TBRs take so long for me to make, and so yeah, I think it would be fun to just pull things and then read for them. So that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, so we're going to draw my first card. So I couldn't find my deck of cards that I have, so we're gonna do it on my husband's laptop, a random card generator. So let's do that. And both of my children are sitting on my lap, so it's a little interesting right now. All right, so we're gonna draw our first card.
Are you drawing your first card? Yeah.
Okay, let's try this again. It's an 8 of spades, so we'll see what that is. Okay, so an 8 is a book in a series, and for 1 point, I could start a series, which I don't want to do. I'm in the middle of so many series right now as it is. For 3 points, I could continue a series, and for 5 points, I can complete a series. So I think I'm gonna go for the 5 points one because I have a series. I forget what the series is actually called, but it's by Ashley. Sorry, my son is down here on the floor. By Ashley Bustamante. The first book was Vivid, and I just read the second book, Radiant, last month. So the next book and final book in the series is called Chromatic, and I think I'm going to do that because I can get it on my Hoopla. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Also, I forgot to say what team I'm on. I'm on Team Hearts because I felt like it fit me the best. Anyway, so that is what I'm going to do. Currently, right now, I have As Sure as the Dawn by Francine going on audio. I should probably pick a physical read too. I'm not going to count As Sure as the Dawn because I read over half of it. I just wasn't able to finish it in June, so I think I'm going to draw another card right now, and we'll pick a physical book to go with that. So let's do that. All right, let's draw another card. Let's see, a 3 of spades. Okay, so let's see what a 3 is. A 3 is birthday. Okay, so for 1 point, I could do my birthplace. For 3 points, I could do birth month, and for 5 points, I could do birth year. Okay, so let's see what I can find for that. Okay, so I found a book that will be perfect for this prompt because this was published in 1996, which is the year that I was born. So now you know how old I am. Anyways, so this is on my, this is called Betrayed by Lorena McCourtney, and this is on my 26 books in 2026 list. So this is perfect. It was on my shelf. This actually used to belong to my aunt. It actually has her name on the inside of here. I kind of forgot about that. I've had this book for so long. Anyways, so I'm about to take my children to the library because we need to get out of the house today. We're gonna go to the library, so I might film some of that. But yeah, so this will be perfect, and we'll see what we get up to next, and I'll let you know when I start, and well, maybe not, but I'll let you know a little bit of my progress in some of these books that I picked. Anyway, see you later. All right, we just got home from the library, and I just got my daughter put in bed. It's about her nap time right now, so we were able to get her to bed, and then I got my little guy right here in my arms, and I'm about to go see if I can read some. Yeah, I didn't really get to read anything at the library because I was watching the kids, and also I went with my sister and her little guy, so yeah, so wasn't really, we like chatted and stuff like that. Anyway, we got some Dunkin' while we were out, and yeah, so my husband is supposed to be cooking dinner tonight, so we will see what he cooks up. I need to pull some meat out for him. He asked me to pull out, and so and then I'm supposed to go and pick blueberries from a very kind friend of mine. She has blueberry bushes, and she wants me to come pick blueberries. So we will see what we get up to tonight, and we'll do that. So Also, this is kind of random, guys, but I'm listening to As Sure as the Dawn by Francine Rivers right now because um, I just don't have time to physically read every book that I read. Anyways, this lady on YouTube, her channel is Rachel Reads. I've been listening to her read this book for free on YouTube because I could not find it on audio anywhere, so except for YouTube. So I'm very happy that she has them on here, and I think she does a pretty good job for not being a professional. Anyway, just thought I would share that. Hello, it is the next morning. Last night we went and we picked blueberries at a friend of ours. I have to show you the amount of blueberries I got. I'm gonna have to figure out something to make for Fourth of July weekend. That should be fun. They're the most beautiful blueberries I've ever seen in my life. So anyway, my husband made supper last night. It was like a taco potato thing, and it was delicious. So anyway, today we don't really have any plans. We're just gonna stay home, I think. Yeah, and maybe we'll get some reading done. Oh, and I forgot to say, I did finish As Sure as the Dawn last night on audio, and for some reason, I don't know what happened, but the Rachel Reads account that I was sharing, she just disappeared last night for some reason, and then I couldn't finish the audiobook for her. I had to find it on somebody else's channel. Anyway, so I'm gonna look again today, but it was really strange. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna give it like 3.5, 4 stars. I felt like there was a lot of abuse in it, and it just felt like the characters were going through so much for to seem like were going through like every possible thing that they could possibly go through, and it gets to be a lot after a while. So anyway, I definitely did not like the second two books, second and third books, as much as the first one. So anyways, I'll check it later. I got 2 of these big trays. My friend was very generous. I think we're gonna make some blueberry pancakes this morning. Okay, we have all of our ingredients here. Here's my recipe. This recipe card looks rough, but we're gonna make these. Alright, so I started the first book for Deck of TBRathon, Chromatic by Ashley Bustamante. And this is the 3rd book in her color theory series. I read the first one a couple years ago and I loved it. I rated it 5 stars. It's a dystopian, also kind of, what is that? It's like an academia. It's set at a boarding school, and the people all of the people in this world, it's called Magus, they all have one type of color magic. And so the first book follows her going to be a benefactor, and there she finds out that the person that, like, her mentor is actually very evil, and so she runs away. Anyway, there's this guy Elm that everybody is terrified of, and Ava is the main female character, and she runs away, and she meets Elm and finds out that people have lied to her, that he's not a bad guy like they all said that he was. Anyway, there's a romance that forms between the two of them. And this third book, actually the second book, let's just give like an overview a little bit. They find out there's a barrier that keeps them inside of this like dome. And then they find out that they can actually get out. So anyway, and that follows that, and there's more to that too. But this third book is they find out that Magus is actually dying. The world that they're living in is actually dying. And I'm not very far. I'm only a couple % in. So, and at the end of the last book, there's a cliffhanger, and it starts out, it ends on a cliffhanger, and it starts out right at that cliffhanger in this third book. So I don't know how much I want to share because I don't want to spoil the series, but I really did enjoy it. And the last book, the second book, I rated 4 stars, so I think that it's, yeah. Because it has been a couple years since I read it, and I'm almost 30, I feel like my tastes are changing a little bit because the angst in the second book was a little bit more than I enjoy anymore. And I didn't seem to mind it, I guess, in the first book, but the second book, it was just very angsty. And also, since the main characters have a romance together, the main male character, Elm, he calls the main female character Miss Ava, and they're in a relationship together, and I don't know, it just gives me the ick every time he says that, and it just kind of weirds me out. So anyway, that's my complaint about that. That's, yeah, I don't know. I just think that's really weird. Anyway, so that is where I'm at so far. I'll be back to check in later. It is a hot, hot day here in Pennsylvania. I'm not even sure what the degrees are. I didn't even look, but my children are out here playing in the water table. So I'm sitting here. I'm gonna hopefully read some. So. Sprints with Katie. I'm just out here listening to my audiobook by House Corn, and this is the Chromatic book, and there's a scene where they play, it's like Candyland, but they use their color magic to play it, and I thought that was very creative, so I just wanted to say that. Good morning. It is Friday morning, and I forgot my husband has off work today, so that was a nice little blessing. Yesterday I spent a good amount of time trying to update my reading journal. Anyway, so I'm still not done yet, though. It's crazy. I got behind and now I can't seem to catch up. Anyway, so my best friend is supposed to be coming over tonight so that we can watch Seeking Persephone, the show, and I'm so excited. So yeah, I don't know what else I'll get up to today. I might do some grocery shopping, but anyway. Okay, I have some exciting things, sort of exciting things to do today. I need to make beef broth, so I'll take you along to help me do that. Okay, so I did all this corn yesterday and it's just too much for us to eat. So I'm going to cut some of it off the cob. This knife is huge, but it's literally one of the sharpest ones that I own. So that's what we're gonna use. Don't judge me. Making blueberry juice. Happy 4th of July. I am currently picking up a grocery order. I made an order with Sam's Club yesterday and they don't have everything that I always need, so I did a second one to Walmart and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be so good and put this pickup time for the same time, so, and they're in the same parking lot, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna be able to pick them both up at the same time. And then I was dumb and I did 1 p.m. yesterday for the one at Walmart, and then I did 1 p.m. today for the Sam's Club one. Anyway, so I'm here to pick up that. Anyway, so last night my best friend came over and me and her and my sisters and my husband all watched Seeking Persephone, and oh my goodness guys, if you haven't watched that, yeah, you need to. It is so good. Okay, I'm back. The pickup lady told me that my outfit is cute, so that was fun. Anyway, back to Seeking Persephone. I love the books, and it followed the books so well, and like the angst and the longing, and it was just beautiful to watch. They did such a good job. I want them to make more seasons. It would be so amazing. So anyway, if you haven't watched it, then you definitely should. All right, happy 4th of July, everyone.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up.
My siblings just went home because they were here over the weekend, and so now when my husband goes and takes them home, I'm going to go and check my garden because we got some rain finally yesterday. So let's go see what we can find. So it really has been incredibly hot here. These are all my pepper plants. They should really be farther along than they are, but look, it looks like we have a flower here, so that's good. But this is my first time having raised beds, and I don't think we need a combination of different soils, and we only used one, so we'll know better for next year. If you can see like the cracks in the soil, that should not be there. It means that the soil is not getting enough drainage. So anyway, then we have my beets here. Some of these are going to be ready to pull soon. They're looking a little rough, I think, but they were growing okay. This looks like a weed. Pull that out. Okay, pull that out. So anyway, but I'm gonna pickle these. I actually hate beets. These are for my husband. I think they taste like dirt, but I'm gonna pickle some and that'll be good. And this is my little herb garden. I need a weed in here, but my basil is looking fantastic, and my dill. I have cilantro over there, parsley right here, that's curly parsley, and I have more parsley right there, which is flat parsley, and then I have oregano right here, and mint. It is about to rain again, so I'm trying to hurry up. But these are my potatoes. I need to kind of weed in between them, but anyway. Then I have, let's see, 5 zucchini plants, and they're really doing well so far. Everything is late though, because I planted late because I was afraid of everything that the frost was going to kill them. So anyway, these are my cucumber plants, and then back here you can see I have marigolds. They're really tall, and they're supposed to help keep bugs away. And then I have beans, and this is my second planting of beans because my first one did not do well. And these are not, these should be like way farther than they are. I think last year I was picking them around this time, and they're just not doing as great as they could be. Anyway, but these are my tomato plants. We got a lot here, and you can see down in here, these are heirlooms, and they're looking really nice in there already. So I'm excited to see. I have some purple tomatoes. I never grew purple tomatoes before. Oh, there's some babies. See some babies. So I forget what kind these are, but and then I have some other ones. I see another baby. I love the little babies. And some more. See another one. And a few more. It's so exciting when everything starts producing. And then I've got corn, which it looks really sad. The first planting I did over here, and then I have a second planting right here. Anyway, and then I have pumpkins that are growing in between there. They are looking gorgeous. Pumpkins pretty much grow wherever. Anyways, so I'm hoping that we'll get some corn out of this. I don't know. But anyway, that's my garden. Oh, and guys, this is kind of funny because last year I had cherry tomatoes planted over here, and it looks to me like they are growing from like dead ones that were here. So that's kind of cool. I've got replants here. Among the weeds grows beauty. Good morning. It is Monday morning, and my house is a wreck from my siblings being over here. And us having a busy weekend. So we're going to attempt to clean up my dishes today at least. And I have that beef broth that I was cooking in my slow roaster, and it's been cooking for the last 2 days. And so I'm probably going to can that up today. It could probably cook for another third day, but it doesn't need to. So and I want to be able to run it a second time with the I empty it out of the broth that's in there, and then I just add extra water into there. And so I might do that today. So, and last night I did end up using the rest of my blueberries, and I made like a blueberry cobbler type situation. We ate that with ice cream, and that was really good. Yeah, so this morning I think I need to go and feed my children, and I just comb my hair and stuff. Yeah, so I'll take you along. Okay, I just finished Chromatic by Ashley Bustamante, and I think I'm gonna give it a 4-star rating. I really enjoyed it. I really loved the first book in the series. And yeah, the series is honestly just pretty good for me. I really enjoyed it. The first book I gave 5 stars, and then the second 2 I gave 4 stars. So yeah, I'm gonna draw. Oh, there was my dryer. I'm going to draw a new card, and I'm also going to, I forgot to write a review for As Sure as the Dawn, so I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to write a review for Chromatic too. So, and then I should probably update you on the physical read that I have, Betrayed by Lorena McCourtney. So anyway, I'm going to go and write some reviews, and then I'll bring you back to draw another card. Okay, so I have finished my my audiobook, and then I want to draw a card for that, and then I want to draw a card for an ebook because I need to read. I'm supposed to be reading The Lost World with my sister. It's the second book in the Jurassic Park series by Michael Crichton, and I haven't really started it, but I have it on my Kindle because I was able to borrow it through Libby. Anyways, so I want to draw a card to see if I can figure out if I can make The Lost World fit for one of the prompts. So we're going to attempt to film me drawing another card. So okay, draw number 3, right? I think it's 3. Oh, an ace! Yay! Okay, so that means I get to read whatever I want. So we will do The Lost World for that. Now we're going to draw another card because I finished my audiobook. Yeah, I finished my audiobook, so I am going to need a card for another audiobook. So we're drawing again. A 9. Let's see what that is. A 9 is, let's see. A 9 is, for 1 point, I could do red, white, or blue on the cover. For 3 points, stars or stripes on the cover. And for 5 points, a flag. So this is going to be interesting because I don't really know what I have. So I'll come back when I have something that I picked. And this is going to be for an audiobook. Okay, a little bit of change of plans. So the book that I'm going to be reading for my I'm still going to be reading The Lost World, but I actually put a hold on it on audiobook form on Libby a couple weeks ago, and it just came in. So that's going to be my new audiobook read. So for my other pool that I had, I needed a flag on the cover. And this book I've been trying to read for how long, and you can see there is an American flag right there on the cover. So, and this is on my 26 books in 2026 read. So yeah, this is going to be my next physical read after I finish this book. And this book, I should probably update you. I'm about a third of the way through now. This follows Rosalind and her dad. This is set during the Great Depression, and her dad, it's like he committed suicide basically, and also her not fiance, but boyfriend left to get married to her friend, and that was like a big shock. So that's why it's called Betrayed. Anyways, and then it also follows in another it's a dual point of view and 2 points of view, and the other one follows Shay, and he has a little girl, and his wife and his best friend, who just happened to be his brother as well, were killed in a boating accident when they were out just hanging out. And anyway, so now he's kind of like wondering if he's ever going to be able to find love and a little mom for his daughter. So anyway, I'm kind of invested, not super much yet, but it is getting better. So the part about when Rosalind's boyfriend went and got married to her friend was like, oh wow. So anyway, so I'll check back in later. Good morning. It is July 7th, so today is the last day of the vlog for the first week. I'm going to be doing my, I'm reading Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend, and yeah, I've been reading this book for like 2-3 years. Yeah, anyway, so I'm going to work on one of the lessons. My daughter's right here. Anyway, yeah. I don't know what else I'm gonna get up to today. I still need to do some cleaning. Do you like my tattoos that she gave me yesterday? So my plan today is to try and finish this book, and I'm not quite halfway through it. Anyway, so the main female character, she is Rosalind. She is pretty much penniless at this point, and she is trying to go up to her, since her father, well, they think he committed suicide. Anyways, he's passed away. So they're trying to figure out, all of his assets and stuff like that. And there's like basically nothing left except this hunting lodge that he had up in the mountain somewhere. Anyway, so she has picked up a few strays. She took her mother along, and she also took, she finds this lady named Nadine who has a little baby, and picked her up along the road, and also a dog. Anyway, and this hunting lodge turns out to be like, it has no electricity, no running water, nothing, no indoor plumbing, anything like that. So anyway, this guy Shay, they finally met, and she got her truck stuck down the road at the near the hunting lodge. Anyway, so he comes over and he sees that they're stuck, so he's going to help and try and get them out. And she's like scared that he's going to like murder them or hurt them or something like that. Anyway, so it's like really muddy, and she was like rolling up her, here, hold on. Anyway, he like picks her up in the mud, and she's like having a fit about it. Anyways, so I thought that part was funny. So okay. Instead of laughing, she said in the most severe tone she could manage, "A gentleman does not grab a woman and pick her up as if she were a sack of corn." And he says, "If my actions appeared ungentlemanly, I apologize," he said, although his somewhat surly tone didn't sound overly apologetic. With an unconcealed sarcasm, he added, "Perhaps I should have flung myself into the mud and let you simply walk across me like a bridge." This is my hyperfixation salad right now. It has like a lemon Dijon vinaigrette, and there's feta and dried cranberries, cucumbers, and it's supposed to have chickpeas too, but I don't have any right now. So, yeah, it's delicious. My wonderful husband took the kids outside so that I could wash the dishes, get the dishes washed. Anyway. So I'm listening to The Lost World by Michael Crichton, and I'm at 35% so far. Definitely interesting so far. It doesn't follow the movies, like, pretty much at all. Like, hardly at all. Anyway, so something was just revealed about another island. So, yeah, that is not what I was expecting to hear. So, anyway, but it makes sense. So... yeah, definitely enjoying it. I did get a couple other chapters read in Betrayed by Lorena McCourtney, but I don't know if I'm going to finish that tonight or not. Jeanette over at Jane Reads has reading sprints tonight, so I might hop on there and hopefully get some physical reading done when I put my son down for bed. So anyway. Hello, it is evening. It is 11:38 at night, and me and my husband should have been in bed already, but we weren't. We were watching Blue Bloods. So I got to 46% of The Lost World, and then I'm a little over halfway in Betrayed. So unfortunately, this is the last day of the week for vlogging, so I've technically only finished 2 books this week. So anyway, but that's okay. I think I might read a little bit. My husband's right, he's in the shower right now, so I might, either I'm gonna go to sleep right away, or I'm going to read a couple chapters in here. I have to see if Jeanette's sprints are still on. I doubt that they are. Anyway, but yeah, it was fun to do this. Vlogging is a lot of work though, and I have to like remember to film, and it's weird too because I'm not like fully comfortable with filming around other people yet. So anyway, yeah, tomorrow we're gonna go swimming, so that'll be really fun. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me, and hopefully I get better at doing this. Bye guys.